All right, we'll call the meeting to order for Cottrellville Township, December 12th, 2018. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. I gave you a new agenda because I added a couple things and then I still had to add some more
Yeah,
stuff.
I
so.
noticed that. It was different.
Roll call?
Yeah.
I know what it was. Okay. Again, we're gonna ask a special request that all people who are speaking, from the audience must step to the podium so that they can be, watched by the people in the home, at home on TV that can, from watching us on TV at home, so that they can hear the question plus the answer. We had a special request by a couple of ladies. All right, roll call, attendance, please.
Tom?
here.
Kathy?
Here.
Sue?
Here.
Mary Agnes?
Here.
Sherry? Here.
Okay, we have an agenda approval, but we have a couple of things that we have to add. Under consent agenda, there's a couple of invoices from Kelly Law Firm, $412.50 on some special assessment questions, and also $1,175 for M. Todd Chartier versus Cottrellville Township. That will be, and then adding that to the consent agenda existing, which is $3,044.83. The new grand total is $4,632.33. Also, correspondence, we have the Fifth Third credit card statement there for $109.30. And new business, we've got the adoption of the Cottrellville Township meeting schedule and calendar for 2019. So, if you take a look at the consent agenda, plus all the things that we've added, and all of the agenda, would you please, I would like to entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented with these changes.
Can we change one thing on
Sure.
the 2C, or C2C? It should be 1031 of 18 for the tax account, the same as the general, that's all.
1031. 2018. Okay. Is that a motion?
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be a motion.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor to accept the agenda as presented, plus the changes that were added tonight, and that change in the tax account. Do we have a second to that?
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nays, hearing none, motion carried. Okay, first thing we're gonna go through is the minutes. Regular meeting of November 14th, and the public hearing for the Township Board Road Repairs and Maintenance Special Assessment hearing that was held on November 8th, 2018. We have the approval for treasurer's reports, township investment reports for as of November 30th, including all CDs and money markets. Reconciliation of the general checking account as of 10/31, reconciliation of the tax account as of 10/31, cash summary report by account as of November 30th. We have the revenue and expenditure report provided by the clerk's office. Ending November 30th, we have approval of paychecks for the month of November, gross amount of $19,881.39. We have approval of accounts payable. The new total is $4,632.33. We have an already paid 39 checks from number 19,852 through 19,890 in the amount of $151,304.83. We have the Marine City Fire Authority department runs for November, and the copy of the Fifth Third credit card for $109. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second by Sherry. All in favor signify by saying aye. By roll call vote, please.
Tom?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes,
Sherry? Yes.
motion carried. Open session. Anybody want to say anything between pizza bites? No? Okay. That was 7:36. Nobody to speak, we'll go on to unfinished business. I'm going to ask that, I've talked it over with a couple of board members on an individual basis. We're going to try, with your permission, to discuss the possibility of the special assessment for fire and police protection, or in Cottrellville, and it be split again between summer and winter tax bills, at least for 2019, to give it a little cushion here. Is there anybody that has a question on that, or can, I'd like to make that motion if it's something that everybody could live with. I think it's something that we need in this township, and we need to, I just want permission to start working on it. We'll get some numbers together, discuss it again one more time before we,
Do we know what police protection would be, how much it would be?
I
Any
didn't get
idea?
anything.
No.
All I was gonna do was try and see if we could get some help, just, I mean, the township rides down Roberts Road, goes around, the point there, and goes right by they're in our township right through there. I just want them to, either, what's that dummy that sits in the,
Sergeant Smith.
Sergeant Smith? We had a
I
different
don't know
name
if they
for
still
him.
have them.
We used to have,
It was a mannequin.
it's a man sitting in the front seat of a police car, and they'd park
I
it.
probably
and
shouldn't, we
slow.
probably shouldn't say that. I don't think they have it.
They may not have it anymore. I don't know, that's a long time
Well, that's a
ago.
good idea.
Well, the police protection, when you check into it, that would be for the whole township though, right?
Well, I don't
Because
know.
it was-
Or just for that small,
I just wanna see what that's gonna cost, and then if it's something that, that they wanna do on a breakdown for something else, I will, but the main thing is to get going on the fire protection.
well, that's what I was wondering. Are they, if they come down Roberts Road and they make a right back toward Algonac, can they give anybody a ticket in that area?
Well, that's what I'm gonna ask them to do, if they
Yeah.
would be able to do that. And they don't have to do it every day, they don't have to do it all day, they could
Right.
just do it.
But if they're making that
I know they
route,
make that round every morning,
Yeah.
because I used to pass them on Roberts Road.
yeah,
They
I
were
think
going to
that's,
breakfast.
I was thinking about that too, if they could do that.
Yep.
And how much they would charge. If it wasn't too much, maybe the people in that area would wanna pay for it.
Yeah, you never know,
Yeah,
yeah.
cause I know they want something done, they need something done.
All right, well, in my form of a motion then, I'd like to give myself permission and Barb to start working on that for the next couple of months, to give you something to chew on for a while. With your permission, I would like to do so, and that's my motion.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nay, hearing none, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, we just have information notice that Ira Township went up as of January 1st, 19 cents on 1,000 gallons of water.
So do we pass that along right away?
I want to see usually you get another one in April from the city of Marine City.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see if Clay's going to do anything.
Cause
We
that
wanna do
was the
them all at
problem,
once.
is that
As they
through
come
the,
in,
through
nobody
the
took care of
years,
it.
nobody, when they knew that it went up, they didn't pass it along.
Well, we'll probably get one, like I say, from Algonac and from Clay,
Yeah,
or Marine City and Clay, the 1st of April. And once we get that, then I'll bring it back to you guys, and we'll adjust it at that point if you want.
yeah, I think, as we get them, we should adjust it,
Okay,
otherwise we're back where we started.
all right, very good. We have a request by Wesley Simons Jr. to retire a sewer and water tap for one of 2 existing taps that are on his property along the river there. He had 2 mobile home trailers there that have not been in service for the past 20 years. Oh, excuse me.
Sure, I'm glad I turned my phone down. Oh, sorry.
Nobody ever calls me except the township. They're all sitting here.
Okay, who did it?
What'd you say?
Who did it? That'd be funny. You go under here and call everybody.
Well, I'm so sorry, you guys.
It's okay. My button doesn't work anymore to do that. Nobody calls me.
Anyhow, he would like to have that retired. He sent us a letter already, it's in your packet. We've turned it over to Chris Hilton for his charges and his ideas. I wrote the letter back to them, and we're just waiting to see what he wants to do. But everything that's approved in the letter that I sent for Chris, with Chris signed, he's on board with, and we just gotta hear back from Mr. Simons to see if he wants to follow through with it. Any questions? We need a motion to approve his retirement of that one sewer and water tap if he decides that's what he wants to do after he figures out what it's gonna cost him.
And he pays the whole thing?
Yes,
Okay.
pays for, if he has a contractor do it, there's an inspection that, for them to come out to inspect the connection. And if he does it himself, he's gotta wait until Nick or Chris get out there to actually inspect it, just to make sure it's actually been disconnected.
Right.
And he has two different lines, because I wondered if it was all in the same pit, and it isn't. It's got two separate pits. So it must have been, one must have been added after the fact, the house was there. Okay?
Okay.
Do I have a motion to that effect?
I'll make a motion to approve Wesley Simon Jr.'s request to retire sewer and water tap for one of two existing taps.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Right.
Nays? None? And I'm gonna abstain, because he's my stepson. Okay. We have the fourth resolution for the township, special assessment for road repair. We've had the second public hearing. Barb said there were, I believe, 7 people that, asked for, to be listed as people that were going against, or not happy with that. We've sent them all the letter telling them that the property owner having an interest in the property that's subject to the proposed special assessment can file an appeal on the special assessment with the Michigan Tax Tribunal, and they have 35 days to do so. After that 35 days of the confirmation of the special assessment roll, then the special assessment that was protested at that hearing, that's their individual thing. Now, each person has to individually do that. They can't do it as a group, they can't do it any other way, but they've been given the letter and the statute and how to go about it, so. So we're at the point that we're gonna decide if this is a go for our special assessment. Everyone has it, there's nobody here to really read it to, so, and everyone's read it, so I would entertain a motion to accept this resolution number 4 for the road repair special assessment resolution that we've been working on for about 3 months. I would so move that.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a support. All in favor signify by saying aye, please. Roll call vote.
Tom?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes.
Sue?
I'll vote yes, being that there weren't that many people that were against it. So I'll vote yes.
Kathy?
No.
Sherry? Yes.
Me? Yes.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Well, I was waiting for you to ask me. I didn't know if you were looking at me so funny. Okay, very good. All right. Motion carried. Thank you. All right, the next item is new mailbox. Kathy's been doing a lot of homework on this. She's got it, she's been shopping, so she finally got something in writing, though, that she wanted to hand to us this evening, and it's on your pile of stuff that you received this evening. Kathy, you want to tell us about it?
Sorry.
That's all right.
We've been noticing the mailbox for the last couple months, I think all of us have, that you can't close the outgoing mail lid, and when we have a lot of mail coming in for either the water bills or summer taxes, or it gets jammed up in there. There's problems with the lower and the upper. So I called today just to make sure I had the most updated prices. The mailbox itself at the top is $297.97. It would need a new pedestal for $97.99, and I believe we'd need the expansive anchor bolts for already existing concrete. I don't know, maybe we could use the other ones, I'm not sure. And that's $34, and it was cut off there, I think it's $34.19. And if we order it, if it's approved and we order it, if I make the order over the phone, they give us a $35 discount. So the total price for a new mailbox would be $395.09. I don't know how old that mailbox is. I asked them because we ordered it from the same place, but they couldn't tell me. So, I don't think that we can use the existing one. I don't think it can be,
It's in pretty bad shape.
so, it's leaning, and the bolts are coming out on the bottom, so. I thought before taxes start coming in for winter and then summer, and the next mailing of the water bills,
Is the cement pad still in pretty good shape, Kathy? Or
the pad underneath,
the pad itself?
I think so. I don't know who installed it.
They're talking about moving it too, because the lawn people keep hitting it too. I think they don't realize how big their bagger is on the, they have all that stuff and flip around by the tree there and hit it.
Yeah.
Or we could put it up here on existing concrete.
As long as the, without with a parking spot or anything, not
Yeah.
blocking it. But Doris, I called Marine City Post Office, because it does say you have to go by the standards of the post office, and she said there was nothing that they would want to add, that it would be fine. And it gives you what requirements they have for how far from the curb and, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't know who installed your mailbox the last time. Do you know?
I think it was, probably the guy that did the concrete, which was Don Chop.
Okay. So that would cost too, if we have to have it installed.
Yeah.
I didn't get that figure.
I'm not sure you're gonna get anything now after,
Yeah.
most of your ready-mix places are pretty well
Done
shut
for.
down. I
Well-
don't think we wanna do it with bag mix, do you?
No, it probably wouldn't work so good, but people are still pouring concrete, but if you have a little bit,
I wonder if we could put it out there, where the well is? If we could put it like right in that spot, and that way it would be on the driver's side, instead of this way they have to get out of the car, or they gotta turn around and,
still in the
Well,
middle of
she's
the
on the
parking.
right side.
I think it's for the post office, because they drive on the other side.
Yeah, she's on the right, so we
So
have
they
to
can
be,
deliver it without getting
Yeah.
out. If you put it on the other side, then she's gotta change her.
unless she comes in the other way.
Yeah.
Would it
That's
be a
why
problem with
it's
the parking spots there, though, put it out there by the well?
Hardly anybody ever parks there,
well, it's it's got the L where it's kind of into the parking lot, so I thought they can't put a car there, so it would always be open. Unless somebody, was the first car, then it might be a problem, but we can put it right back in the same spot.
That
if you
well
want.
doesn't come out as far as the cars are parked.
Right.
No.
So if we did have a lot parked there, the mail lady would.
Still couldn't get into it.
couldn't
Yeah.
get in.
All right,
Somebody
maybe we
might
just put
hit
it
it
back in the
again.
same spot there.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
If you think it's feasible that we can do it now, I mean,
Is this right down here on this end now,
yeah,
right at the end of the sidewalk?
yeah,
Can't we drill into the sidewalk where it's at, or
Right.
next to it?
yeah. I don't know if you can use the existing and just put new bolts in it or not, so. But we need one, so,
Well, I'm not so sure about doing it now, but I would make a motion to approve this, spending of this, and then we get the separate for the concrete if we have to go someplace else. And this is just like around $400, let's go up to $450 in case we have to buy bolts
Okay.
locally or something to
Well,
make it.
Well, that's with the bolts too.
Yeah, but I don't know if the holes will work.
I was wondering
No, that's
what
with the-
fund this
That's
comes
with the
out
new
of.
expandable bolts. That's what that,
They're like anchors?
yeah,
Yeah.
you just
Okay.
drill a hole, 3/4 inch hole.
Okay.
I'd
All right.
probably
But do we have a
donate
fund that we can take the
Well,
money
it'll be
for
out
that out?
Out of
is it,
the Township Hall and Grounds.
Oh, do we have money in there?
Well, we don't, we will have shortly. We gotta move some money around here pretty soon, so. Do we have a second to that motion?
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the mailbox and a second. Let's figure, like I say, up to $450 for that expense without concrete. All in favor signify by saying aye. By roll call vote, please.
Mary Agnes.
Yes.
Sue.
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Kathy.
yes,
Sherry. Yes.
Motion carried, thank you. All right, what else we got here? Our new young fella, that, Daniel Schutt, that started working about a month ago, he's going to be signed up for the MCAT if we will pay for it for him. It's a 3-day course, $150, and it's in Port Huron. It would be May 1st to May 3rd, but you have to get your place so that they have so many people that wanna take it that they like to get it ahead of time, so. Yeah, Barb would like to send him, so he'd get a little more familiar with her office, and, he seems to be doing very well. He shows up every day, and he's polite, and,
He's very nice, I
Yes.
met him, yeah.
Yeah.
So that comes out of like her fund?
yes, for assessing
Yeah,
department.
that's good.
Okay, so I make that motion to approve this $150 for the MCATs for Daniel Schutt.
I'll second.
Do we have a second? All in favor signify by saying aye. Roll call vote, please.
Tom,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes.
Sherry? Yes.
Motion carried, thank you. All right, we have a request for approval to pay M. Todd Chartier for his moving of the fence out of the right-of-way for a water main in front of his farm on Starville Road, just north of Broadbridge, in the amount of $16,000, and this proposed check must be written by 12/13/2018. This goes back to the water line that was put in there in 2008, I think. And evidently our engineer had made a mistake, and evidently he didn't have any errors or emissions insurance. And we tested to try and collect it out of the engineer, and he is going bankrupt. So we have to pay for this out of our pocket. So
Is this our attorney's
this is-
recommendation?
This is her recommendation, yes.
Did they check about statute of limitations? Can we find out?
I'd never heard anything back from him.
Well, I kind of wonder. It's been 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
Usually you can only go back so far.
Well, I think being an ongoing litigation, he's
How
been,
how
Yeah, but
long
they
is
didn't
it?
file a lawsuit until March.
this year?
Of this year?
Oh, I thought it was longer than that.
No, they had settled the amount, back in 2015 in July for a larger amount. And it was,
They had settled to pay it?
yeah, it was,
And we
but it
didn't pay
wasn't,
it.
it wasn't an attorney involved in it. I mean, they were talking, but there was no lawsuit filed. But, it didn't get paid.
Okay, so that something has been ongoing. It's not like they...
I don't know that anything's been ongoing, except that when it came up with the.
But the board at the time said, approved a payment for that amount. Is that a good statement?
Yeah, that's a safe statement.
So that's why our attorney's telling us that we have to pay it now, I would
Could be.
guess. Because they said to go ahead and pay it, and then they didn't pay it. So now they filed a lawsuit to get their money. So I don't think there's a statute of limitations. It was already approved for payment.
I don't know. But anyhow, we'd like authorization to have Sherry write the check and have Kathy and Sherry sign it tomorrow. And I'll deliver it to the lawyer.
When did the contractor go bankrupt?
The contractor, it wasn't the contractor. it
The
was
engineer.
The
The
engineer.
engineer?
Yeah.
He filed bankruptcy in 2016.
Well, it's too bad it went on all that
Statute of
time.
limitations, 3 years, in 2008, did they make any file or complaint from?
Nothing that went through the court.
2011, anything yet 2011, because after 3 years, you shut up.
Is it 3 years?
3 years.
Oh. Well, if nobody...
For lawsuit,
Yeah, but we hired this attorneys to take care of this. I'm sure they would have thought of that part.
Well, I don't
That's
know.
why we hired
Yeah,
Maybe.
I wonder.
That.
Right. Yeah, because it might be statute of
Well,
limitations is...
When I hand it to her tomorrow, I will ask her to double check it, so.
Right. Yeah, because, I mean, when did we really
And
first
this only
start
takes
hearing
care
about
of the
this?
first part, the part that he moved the fence in.
Right.
Now he wants us to also pay to pull it out, but we're only doing one at a time, so.
it should be 3 years for a lawsuit, and 6 years, it used to be 7 years for owing bills.
first
Did he
complained.
sue the engineering first?
No.
Because technically they
He
should
went
be-
Yeah, but
bankrupt.
he's bankrupt.
Right, so then if you're bankrupt, it's like, why would we be liable after that?
Because the
'Cause he
original
went
board had made
bankrupt.
a mistake.
Jeez, man.
They didn't check for his insurance.
Yeah.
So he never had insurance.
He didn't have, insurance for that, he didn't have, but generally what happens is when a contractor places his bond, it's for labor, material, and he supplies coverage or umbrella over the township and the contractor if he goes bankrupt, so that everybody's protected,
And he
I don't
never
know.
had
But I'm not a lawyer, and I never could find any of the documents here, and I think they were all up in Mr. McNamee's office, so. So, is it all right to write the check or not?
I just wonder about this 3-year thing.
Well,
If he never started talking to anybody within 3 years, then is it past that point? That he can
well, he's
no
on
longer
his
collect it?
fourth attorney, I think.
But when was the first one?
Well, that one
Seems
started
to
right
me I
away.
heard about it right away, though.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah, because he held out a whole year,
Moved
not
it,
telling us,
moved it back.
yeah, about telling us that he couldn't, his insurance, that he turned it into his insurance to be paid for by the insurance for the engineer, and it turned out he didn't even have insurance. So,
What a shame.
So what's your pleasure, ladies and gentlemen?
Is there did Barb have anything, pictures of that property frontage? Of
I
the
don't know,
fence
she
that
might.
was there?
She might.
Because I don't remember there being a fence there.
A couple posts tipped over in the
Jimmy
ditch.
King had his barn there, and Ringheisen's had their house there, and there were no fences out there. If there was, it was fallen down barbed wire fences. So, unless he put that white fence in, and then he moved it back, and now he wants to move it back again. But where it is that where it went originally?
Where he wants to put it back.
Where it is right now.
No, that's where he moved it back to, and then,
But-
he's 7 feet is what he lost, 7 feet of his
Right.
farm.
That
Right.
original fence that wasn't the original fence, so he didn't have that fence. He
No,
moved it
no,
back.
No. So he just replaced the barbed wire fence,
Yeah, we
and he
paid
wants
for,
us to pay for,
for a nice new fence.
and then he wants us to pay for a nice new fence and move it back. That's nice.
All right, well, I need a motion here, one way or another, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I move to write a check for $16,000 to M. Todd Chartier to get this part of our life settled.
It was a mistake in the past boards, not doing his homework.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Roll call vote, please.
Sue?
Give it to me first, huh? I say no.
Tom?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes.
Sherry? Yes.
Motion carried, thank you. Do we have any public comments? Oh, I'm sorry. We have one more thing, you guys. The adoption of the Cottrellville Township schedule and calendar, we give that to you in today's pile.
Okay, yeah, I saw it.
See ya.
Okay. We'd like to approve that if we could, so that it can be posted for the coming year.
I I think I saw it.
Well, I'm looking for it too, I've lost it.
Thank you.
It's
Maybe
just
I
here.
did have
Pardon?
it.
Planning number two?
Yes.
Got it all right with the November.
Okay, I move the motion to approve the Cottrellville Township meeting schedule and calendar for 2019. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nays? Hearing none, motion carried. Thank you very much. Do we have any, who seconded it? Kathy did.
Did I?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I did. What time is it?
I didn't recognize the voice.
Oh,
You're losing yours.
Yeah, I know, it
This
comes and
time of night
goes,
it
comes
goes.
and goes.
any public comments? No? Any announcements? No? Then I guess we entertain a motion to adjourn at 8:02.
I'll make the motion to adjourn at 8:02.
I'll second. All in favor signify
Aye.
by saying aye.
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 Wait, I didn't even have to ask you, you just jumped right in there.
Yeah. when we get-